It was the greatest outpouring of public grief Argentina had ever known. The year was 1952, and they were burying their Evita, a woman who'd acquired the dazzling glow of legend even while she was still alive. In death, she would become a goddess. Leading the mourners was her husband Juan Perón, Argentina's president, the man who'd given Eva the platform that she turned into a world stage. In the end, her star had burned more brightly than his. He would be lost without her. She was a child of the slums, and in a country where women had no rights, had used her beauty as a weapon, seducing rich and powerful men. By her early 20s, she was already a film star, acclaimed wherever she went, but she wanted more. She found it in Juan Perón, an army colonel with a hunger for power even greater than her own. In 1943, she became his mistress, and 2 years later, they were married. In 1945, Perón had been thrown into jail for stirring up the people. Now, just a year later, he was returning in triumph as the elected president. But everyone knew that the winning hand had been played by Eva. In power, they were a tremendous double act. He played the strong man, and she turned herself into a sort of people's princess. Eva would play on their heartstrings, while her husband appealed to their sense of national destiny, borrowing the style and the politics of Benito Mussolini. In her early years as an actress, Eva had been the heroine of a string of soap operas. Now she used all the skills honed in melodrama to win the hearts of the masses, and it worked. In 1948, Perón sent Eva to Europe as his personal envoy. With the Argentinian economy in trouble, he was gambling that Eva's personal magnetism would win them some loans and buy them some time. As a charm offensive, it was a brilliant success. When she visited the Vatican in a demure black dress, she even charmed His Holiness the Pope. When Eva returned home, Buenos Aires exploded with joy. Perón rewarded her with Argentina's highest honor. It was another gaudy piece of theater that deflected attention from the iron fist that was crushing all freedom. Even though Perón had been democratically elected for a second term with the formidable help of Eva, there were disturbing signs that his government was rapidly becoming a dictatorship. The whole country was at the mercy of one man and his wife. But when Eva made her first public appearance for several weeks, they said she'd had flu, there was a ripple of alarm. She looked exhausted. The truth was, she was dying of cancer. On the day of her funeral, hundreds of thousands of mourners threw rose petals at her passing coffin. The city itself seemed to be weeping. It was 1952, and she'd lived just 32 years. Not long enough to lose the bloom of youth, and not long enough for history to find her out. That would come 25 years later, when in the British musical Evita, she'd be portrayed as a ruthless manipulator. But on this day, the day Argentina buried her, an entire country seemed paralyzed by grief. For several days and several nights, the endless procession of mourners went winding past her embalmed body, the rich and the poor, the humble and the famous. Three years later, when they unveiled the official memorial to Eva Perón, it became apparent that the person she'd been, slum child, actress, courtesan, and dictator's consort, had vanished forever. They'd made her into a saint, and her husband would never be the same force again.